got questions?
I'm Sajid with Group 1 Automotive. I want to know who at your dealership actually has access to their personal Facebook and Twitter accounts on their computer?
Every one of my sales managers, some of my media team, myself, and my finance, all the department heads of every department. So anybody that wants to post can post on behalf of their case.
Chris Little, Hendrick Automotive. You mentioned that you get your customers to do reviews in the store. How do you get around the IP address being the same coming out of your store so you don't get blocked?
We use a system called Business Radar, so we're not going to Google directly.
Okay.
We go to a site that, we go to an independent site where they can put the review, we can give them the survey, and then at that point, we send them another follow-up email if they'd be so kind to allow us to post it on Google or Edmunds or whatnot, and then we try to do it for them.
Yeah.
So it's...
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Question there? Just to introduce Alicia, who many of you haven't met before, for a long time. I just want to say she spent 14 years plus in China working for Automotive News in the birth and development of the industry over there. And so her background is...
Well, I wasn't with Automotive News all the time.
Well, we'll just say that for now.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Charlotte. Right. My question is actually relating to that Maritz study that came up again and again by me and then the Maritz people yesterday and kind of to your presentation. So, the salespeople in the dealership, I guess, are still big influencers of the final purchase decision. So, how did you get your salespeople involved in all of the social media?
Well, I want to say...
And then how does that, and then how did their approach, once someone was in the dealership, change, or did it change in terms of how they're selling the cars?
Well, I want to say to start that, managing salespeople is like herding cats. So I'm not going to pretend to tell you that I have the perfect solution for what we're doing. I can tell you that we do it right more than when we do it wrong, but we still do stumble quite a bit. But the quickest way to get salespeople to focus on things is to incentivize them financially. That's number one. Once you give them a financial, you type finances to it, it's amazing how that AD becomes a laser focus. Then, we subscribe to the one core philosophy that training is like bathing. If you don't do it daily, you start to stink. So we train our salespeople daily, twice a day. And it's not an option. It's a culture, and it's what we do, and that's part of being an employee at Rick Case. We're going to train and we're going to focus every day on what we feel that we're starting to slip, and we're going to get everybody back on track.
So what does that mean, twice a day training? You just sit down?
Well, for instance, on customer service, if we see that the customers that my salespeople aren't following the sales process, to get them to fill out the reviews. Well, then we'll go ahead and start to talk, and we'll start to role play with them on transitions on how to get those reviews, how to overcome some of the time objections that customers may have. We use some online training services to keep everybody's attitude, focused on the positive, not the negative, and we just keep on trying to herd them in that right direction.
Okay, Michael.
The TrueCar type of operation aims to get in front of the customer and between them and you. Do you see this sort of activity as part of a fight back, a way in which you can reduce the impact of that sort of operation? Or are you going to live with those entities?
Well, we did fire TrueCar quite some time ago when all the dealers fired TrueCar. We did have our problems. But I will give TrueCar a little bit of credit that they seem to have started to change their model a little bit. And I think there's room for both if those third-party lead providers like TrueCar start to think of it as a partnership where we can give a customer a good deal without the dealership bleeding to death. Because we do have expenses, and those expenses have to be factored into the sale of every car. So I don't, right now we're not using TrueCar. Customers come in all the time. We offer our value proposition, our Rick Case Rewards, with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. 5-year roadside assistance discount, gas, free car washes for life. And we asked our guests to give a value of what they think that's worth. You know, I've had customers tell me it's worth $700, I've had customers tell me it's worth $2,000. But the reality is those advantages typically breach any gap that TrueCar or any other provider can offer when it comes to price.
Hi, Stephanie Forshy with F9 Showroom. I was wondering, you said so many employees have access to your Facebook and other social media sites. Have you run into any compliance issues there? And also, how do you keep the voice consistent?
Well, we have meetings all the time about what we're trying to accomplish.